Yes, it's all about sales. But for many, selling doesn't come naturally. It requires practice. But how do you build a successful sales mindset?
Are salespeople born or made? And what can you do to move from sales zero to sales hero? We ask the experts.
One.
I know it's not easy to develop a sales mindset. Not everyone is just naturally a salesperson, and that's totally okay. It doesn't mean that you can't sell. My parents own a small business, and so I was raised always to sell. So thankfully, that's been a part of my background because what we found works is going out there and just creating real connections, finding that point of interest that you share in common. And then people want to buy from you. They want to be a part of your brand and of your community and just stay, in your ecosystem. It's like you're making friends and then they want to sell from you. And then the other side of that is maybe tricking yourself a little bit or finding a little bit of a mind hack where believe in the product that you're selling, that what you're providing is actually a service to somebody and something that somebody wants. So less of, okay, I have to get this in front of people and I have to convince them to buy it, and more of somebody's looking for this, somebody needs this and wants this thing. So I'm just going to go out there and tell them about it.
Two.
I think there are some that are born, the little joke of, hey, my son or daughter was, selling baby rattles to the other babies in the nursery, when they were born. I do believe that there are natural talents that come out, but I would say top percent, 1% earners, people that I train or train to be that. If they're not, they're made, because it's one of those things that it's skill set and ability, but it's also mostly skill set and mindset that come along with creating leverage. And that's a learned skill. So too many people think, oh, this person's chatty or, lovable or whatever, they'd be great in sales. And that's not really the case. Sometimes it is, but for the most part, there's still training.
Three.
To build the sales mindset, it's to build off who you actually are. And me, I'm a people person and I develop relationships. And so, that doesn't mean always that you're a great salesperson, but it means that you can focus on what you're great at. And so for me, it's understanding where people are coming from and really trying to understand who they are and ask great questions. And that turned me into a good salesperson. And that made me find success. And so really finding out what you're good at instead of trying to change yourself is how you're going to put yourself into a good sales skill set. So maybe you're very technical. Focus on that technical part of selling. Focus on explaining the technical aspects of it. Focus on how you make them understand the technical side, because that's what you're great at. And so really focusing on what you know and expanding on it is how you're going to build a great sales mindset.
Four.
You got to see it as a service. And the only way that you see sales as a service is if you actually believe in your product. That actually means you have to kind of know a little bit about your product. You have to know a little bit about who you're selling to and understand why it's valuable for them. Once you have that down, that I think is the kernel. That's like the core seed of any success in sales. In my opinion. I mean, I do think that there's people out there that are AAA personalities and can sell refrigerators to Eskimos and stuff like that. But I think good deals are done through relationship, is built through trust, and that happens through an attitude of service.